Hey guys, Corey here with Morning Fights and Coffee. We're going to go over this Saturday, March 23rd, UFC Fight Night Vegas 89 with Amanda Ribas and Doug Rose Namajunas. Stay tuned for all the updates for these fights. UFC Fight Night Vegas 89, streaming on ESPN Plus and ESPN this Saturday, March 23rd, 2024. Let's go. All right, UFC Fight Night Vegas 89. We have a stacked card this Saturday. Let's start with the bottom of the card, the prelims. We got Muhammad Usman 10-2 versus Mick Parkin 8-0 for a heavyweight matchup. Kamaru Usman's brother, Muhammad Usman, he's coming off of a few wins in a row. He's got a tough test against Mick Parkin. We'll see how that plays out to start off the night. Next up, we got Igor Severino versus Andre Lima. Igor is 8-0 and Andre Lima is 7-0. Flyweight matchup. Brazil versus Brazil should be a good, interesting battle. Not sure how that one's going to play out, but stay tuned for Saturday night to see. Next up, we got Montserrat Rendon versus Daria Zelazinakova. Rendon is 6-0 and Daria is 8-1. Bantamweight matchup. Daria's #1 woman in Russia. I'm not really sure if that can't be UFC because she's not had the opportunity yet in the UFC to move up the rankings that high. Take a quick ad break. Brought to you by Black Rifle Coffee Company. Espresso 300 milligram mocha, rich mocha, triple shot, 100% Colombian coffee. All right, next up we got Steven Nguyen versus Jarno Aarons. Nguyen is 9-1 in the featherweight division, and Aarons is 13-5-1 in the featherweight division. This will be a tough battle here. I think these guys will come to bring it. Should be interesting. I think Aarons takes this one. I think he can pull the win out. I don't know if it's going to be in spectacular fashion, but it'll be a barn burner while it lasts. So we'll see how that one turns out. What do you guys think? Who you got for so far in these prelim matchups? Next up, Miles Johns 13-2 versus Ultimate Fighter runner-up Cody Gibson 19-9. I think that's going to be a really tough test for Gibson and Miles Johns. Should be an interesting fight. Stay tuned for that one. Don't miss that one for sure. Next up, we got Ricardo Ramos versus Julian Erosa. Ramos is 16-5 and Erosa is 28-11. This will be a tough battle too. I'm thinking that Ramos takes it. What do you guys think though? Do you think Ramos can take out Erosa? I don't think it's going to last the distance, this one here. I just have a gut feeling on that. I'm curious to know what you guys think though. So comment below who you guys got for all these matchups so far. Next, we got Trey Ogden, 16-6 in the lightweight division versus Kurt Hollaball, 20-7. Sorry. Hollaball is the tough winner. He beat Cody Gibson in the Ultimate Fighter finale. He's a tough dude, especially if it comes to the ground. Trey Ogden's no slouch in any means, but I don't know. I'm interested to see this matchup. I really don't know who to pick for this one. They're both pretty similar in records and in the rankings. So that's the featured prelim of UFC Fight Night on ESPN Vegas 89. So we're going to move over to the main card now. Okay, the main card starts off with a matchup against Luis Pajelo, 8-1, versus Fernando Padilla, 15-5. I'm not really sure why this was put on the main card. I would have thought that a couple different matchups, Miles Johns versus Cody Gibson, Ricardo Ramos versus Julian Erosa, and even Trey Ogden versus Kurt Holloway could have all moved up as the start of the main card. So I'm not really sure why they put these guys here. It'll be interesting to see that matchup play out, but yeah, what do you guys think about that as the main card fight, start of the main card fight? Next up, we got Billy Quarantillo versus Youssef Zalal. Quarantillo is 18-5, and Youssef is 13-5-1. These guys will bring it. I think Billy's going to take it. Billy Q, I think he's going to take this win. But Youssef Zalal, he's definitely a force to reckon with. So, yeah. Next up, we got Peyton Talbot, 7-0, versus Cameron Simon. This one is, Peyton Talbot is unorthodox as it gets. He's real weird with his movements. And Cameron Simon is looking to get back in the win column after a loss, his last bout. So look forward to that one too. Two young kids getting ready to make a big name for themselves. They're looking to move up in the rankings. Yeah, so that's at 135 pounds. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see who pulls that one out. Next up, we got Edmund Shabazian, 12-4, versus AJ Dobson, 7-2. Both have decent names for themselves. Shabazian's definitely higher in the rankings. We'll see what happens there. I think Shabazian is going to come out and take this one. So, yeah. Next up, we got a heavyweight matchup in the co-main event. We have Carl Williams, who's 9-1, versus Justin Tafa, 7-3. Tafa's got a big name behind him. Carl Williams is trying to move up. He's 9-1, so he's no slouch for sure. Still early in their careers as far as their records go, but yeah, it'll be an interesting heavyweight matchup. I don't look for that one to go the distance either. I think they're coming out to knock each other out. So, yeah. Who you got for that one, the co-main event, Justin Tafa versus Carl Williams? And finally, the main card, the fight of the night, probably, I'm going to guess, if they both bring it like they can. I definitely think that this one could be a fight of the night. Or at least a performance of the night. I'm looking for Thug Rose to come out and really stamp herself in the UFC. She's been hit or miss lately. She's had some time off. Amanda Hebas, she's 12-4, ranked number 15 in the strawweight division. Rose is 11-6 in the flyweight division. She's ranked 17. Yeah, that's a pretty good matchup, I think. They're both similar in records and similar in strengths and weaknesses. So let's see who can get back in the winning column. What do you guys think? Who you got for the main event? Let me know. Like, comment, subscribe. I really appreciate everybody. Again, this is MMA Fights and Coffee. Morning Fights and Coffee with Corey. Good luck to all the fighters this coming Saturday, and we'll anticipate this one. All right, guys. Have a good one. Peace.